Hey, it's Nay. Welcome to Hey Nay. So, the topic for this episode is children and dating. And I know you're like, Nay, what do you know about children? I don't really know much, to be honest. I do not have children myself, so I do not know much. But I do know people who do. I do know a little bit of research, and I'm here to share my advice on the subject. So, I'm only going to hit about three major points. One point. So, what if you're how do you keep your relationship alive when you have children? Like, what do you do? Um, and my answer to that, and I've actually heard a lot of relationship coaches say this, is to have a date night. You and your significant other should have at least one day out of the week in which it's just the two of you doing something romantic or doing something nice. It doesn't even have to be over the top. It could just be going to the movies. It could be going out to dinner. It can be going to the park one day or one night. Um, the county fair. I know everyone. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do, but you need to allocate at least one night for that. And I know sometimes that's hard, especially with work and you know, trying to find someone to take care of the kids as well as just even considering it a priority. But I think you should. I think you should definitely consider a priority, especially if you want to keep a relationship alive. Keep doing that. And even one coach even said, I can't remember the name right now, but even one coach has said that not even just do a date night every once a week, at least once a week, but also do something different. Make it a new experience. Maybe the two of you do something that you've never done before. You can go bungee jumping one day on a Sunday or something, or not even that big. You can even just go apple picking together because you guys never done apple picking or something like that. It's just various different things that you can try out, that you can do. You can go mini golfing, just things that the two of you are having new experiences together. So that's a great way to sort of deal with that situation and sort of keep a relationship alive, even though you have children, even though you have children around. Okay, now here's the second thing. So sometimes we're in situations in which we're pursuing someone or we're already in a relationship with someone who has a child. So if you're pursuing someone and they have a child and you don't, you just need to, you sort of need to just think about how much this person means to you, and how much you're willing to commit. Because committing to this person does mean that you need to sort of have a relationship with their child probably at some point. So I think you need to take that seriously. I think you need to really, really rein that in. I wouldn't jump into something too fast unless you're for sure that you want to be with this person as well as the rest of her family. And it's not even just, I know I just said her as an example, but it could even be a guy as well. Actually, I know situations where as a lot girls I know are with, um, you know, guys who have kids, and there's nothing. You just have to be prepared for what that entails. You don't know, the other child's mother may still sort of be in the life. They may still have some sort of some sort of other type of relationship with them. Can you handle that? Can you handle your partner still being very close to their ex? Because that tends to happen, when people are pursuing single parents. So you just have to keep all those things in mind. And if you're the person who has one, and if you're the person who has a child, and you're nervous about starting a relationship with someone who doesn't, then you need to be very serious, and you need to take the time to do everything appropriately. Um, I've heard a lot of people say, to sort of get to know the person publicly from afar, and then casually make it a little bit more routine. Introduce that individual to your children, but don't let them ever stay. Excuse me. Don't ever let them stay at your residence or where your children sleep. And then you just gradually get the children or the child or whoever to get to know that individual more, so that they actually trust that individual, that that there's some sort of relationship, there's an investment in both, they care about each other, and then you can talk seriously and candid. um, and what I'm about to say now is going to go into the next thing I was saying in regards to if you're already in a relationship with someone and they have only one of you has a child. You have to be honest. That is the one key thing I must say. Be honest with your children. Let your children understand everything. Don't hide things. Um, you know, this is Uncle Theo. No, let's not do that. That's not Uncle Theo. No, it's not. Let's not do that. Or that's just my friend from work. Maybe he's not anymore. So, you have to be very, very like serious. Or, oh, she's just a lady that I sometimes hang out with, or she's just a lady who's helping me on this project. No, let's just stop. Just be honest with your children. Let them know what's going on, and then I believe you have less problems, because especially when it comes to someone new coming into your child's life, your children appreciate when you're communicating with them the most. When they don't have to decipher, they don't have to figure out and put the puzzle together. That everything is pretty much clear to them. They understand that, hey, you know, ma or dad is, now, pursuing someone else. They're into someone else, and that maybe this person can be a part of my life. And I want to say, parents, please be mindful. Single parents, please be mindful of your children's opinions and voice. And I know sometimes we diminish that, but you can't do that, And when I say we, I don't mean me. I mean we as in, as a majority. Like most people tend to do that. They tend to diminish what children say in regards to their relationship. But I think if you're starting a new relationship and you're a single parent, you need to hear what your children say. You don't have to do everything they say, or take everything that they say and and commit to it. But you should definitely internalize it. You should listen and then sort of process what they're saying and saying like, is is this going to work out really? Like my child feels this way about, her or him, or, or maybe I don't like how close they are so fast, things like that. You just have to be very mindful and very careful. But I do know it's hard, and, there's nothing wrong with taking it slow. Now, the other thing too is if you're in a relationship and you're just dating, or you're about to start dating, and you don't even, and things start to get serious, and you can potentially see yourself with this person down the line, and you don't know if they actually want to have children or not, or how many. And that is a very serious thing. I know that this can be a deal breaker, because there are people who absolutely want to have children. Like they just have to. It's a part of it. Some people absolutely do not want to have children. They don't want to bring a child into this type of world and things like that. And I respect all of that. Even there's people who only want to have one child or two children, and no more. Or people want to have 6 kids and nothing less. I think when it comes to those discussions, you need to be honest as well. I would try not to say something like this on the first date or anything, but I think once you start becoming serious about each other, then you can ask this question. And, and you need to be open and receptive to what you may hear. You may not hear exactly what you want to hear, but you still need to sort of hear it. So you might hear something that sort of like, I only want to have 2 kids, or, or I don't want to have none. And sort of how do you work that out? The two of you have to have a discussion, maybe, you kind of see what happens, which I know some people will refrain from that because that doesn't always work out. But you just need to be open with each other, like, hey, I still want to have kids, if this is not going to work out, I need to know now because this is something that's important to me. Or you can even say, you know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to have kids or not. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay to say you're not sure if you want to have kids or not, because kids are a big responsibility. But just again, the communication is key. As long as your significant other knows your position or your stance, then them choosing to be with you or leave, it's sort of happen. It sort of is up to them. Having that open dialogue allows you to decide what to do next. If you feel like, hey, like, my significant other doesn't want to have children, but I do. But, I really do care for this person, so I want to still be with them, and, maybe things will change. That's fine. Or you're just like, you know what? I really care for this person, but you know what? This is not going to work for me because I need to be with someone who I can build a family with. And if you feel the need to leave, then you need to leave. There just needs to be clear that the two of you know where you stand, or what you're thinking. Because I know even if you're young, and this goes out to my millennials. So if you're thinking that, I'm not really sure or I don't really know, that's okay. Just express that. If asked, express that. Express that you're not sure yet. But you would like to, or maybe, or I don't know. Just long as the conversation and dialogue is happening, then things will work out in the best interest for the both of you. Whether together or apart, things will work out in the best interest of the both of you. Because if you're someone who doesn't want to have kids, you don't want to be with someone who's talking about kids all the time. That's just point blank. And if you're someone who does want to have kids, and the other person doesn't, you don't want to feel like you lost out on the opportunity. So I think you just need to just keep talking. So huge. All right. That's pretty much all I have to say because I don't know much more besides that. But like, share, love, subscribe, please. And remember to always start your day off with a hey. Goodbye.